live. Yeah, we going live. Hey, we going live. Yeah, we going live. Yeah, we going. Yeah, we going. Yeah, we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line. Hey.
Hello, beautiful people.
Hello.
I am Jarrett, the football genius Burgess.
And I am Stephanie Fitzpatrick, aka the Advantage Coach.
And we got family in the building.
Yes, y'all see it ain't no illusion.
It's been a little more than a year, Wile.
Yes.
What's going on, my brother?
How's everybody doing? Tuwile Wilson checking in, man.
Yeah.
Nice to be back.
Nice to have you back, sir.
Right.
Yes. Tried to trip this up, but he ain't gonna win. So here we are. Yep.
Yeah, we were supposed to do this last Friday, but got into a little incident with a truck company. He hit me in the back, and it's crazy enough. He's denying the whole situation. He wasn't involved in the accident. He didn't hit me, all of that, but that'll get taken care of though. That'll get taken care of.
You ain't got to worry about that.
Damage. We ain't worried about that.
Yeah.
Sure. Before we get started with the actual interview, I just want to let everybody out there know, all the viewers and all the people who have came on here as guests.
Mm-hmm.
When we came on here last year and I was featured, I believe we are the most viewed. I'm the most viewed guest up to date. So So
we lay with the flex in the beginning of the
pod. On the shade and the flex, okay?
Oh man.
I'm here for it.
No, listen, and I understand why, Wile. When I tell you, I literally have been waiting to talk to you again ever since I heard about the decision that you made. And you remember the last time you came on the pod, you were telling us like you had kind of some decisions to make as far as, you know, what you were going to do next because your season was over with Alabama A&M. And, you know, if you were going to go back and play because you had one more year eligibility, or if you were kind of going to go into your career because you were graduating. Man, I've been really wanting to hear how this has gone. So without further ado, Wile, what have you been up to?
So I want to say the last time I came in here and spoke was December 2020.
Mm-hmm.
So that was right in the heat of the pandemic. A lot has changed since then. So what have I done since then?
Stop playing.
Did I already have my clothing line then?
Yeah, you had it. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
The big news is about football, though. What did you do last year, sir?
All right, let me stop. Okay, so I decided to go back and play that last year because when I came to college, I didn't play my first year, redshirted. And you know, that year carries over. If you get done with school in 4 years, you still have that last year on the field. So I entered my name in the transfer portal, and I ended up at Miles College in Birmingham, Alabama. And I played my last year there. Just got done with that season 2 or 3 months ago. Yeah. And as far as that, if I could go back, probably would not do it. But I learned a lot, and it was a cool experience. I mean, we went to the championship. We lost, but we went to the championship. But it's just overall, the pros didn't quite outweigh the cons like I thought it would.
Okay.
So yeah, but I mean, I can say I built some more good relationships and learned a lot. Hard. But yeah, so outside of that, I just been working. I just moved to downtown Atlanta.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's cool. That's an experience.
That's an experience. You know, right? It's an experience.
Right.
Not going on down here. Like
it's always.
Yeah.
Tuesday nights aren't Tuesday nights down here. It's like a Friday night.
Every night is Friday, right? Yep.
It's a lot of nice looking young ladies down here. So
my goodness.
Stay focused.
My goodness.
Stay focused.
That is a plus.
Oh my God, that's a plus. I can't.
Yeah.
You are hilarious. Well, we're glad to hear. So, what does that mean? You moved downtown. Are you headed into a career? Is it about your business? Like, what we doing?
Okay, so I wanted to move downtown because I know the networking is crazy down here. And I feel like Atlanta is one of the most prestigious places for like young, successful Black people per se. You know, it's a lot of us down here. There's a lot of people around my age and look like me who are very successful. Like I've been to a few cities, and Atlanta is one of the top in that category. So I knew that I had a chance to flourish and meet people, and I actually have. So my first weekend down here, I went to a lounge and I saw an old friend who I haven't seen in years. He actually has a custom shop. So like he wraps cars, 10 windows, paint make covers, just all type of custom stuff. So he told me, he had asked me, how have I been? What have I been doing? I told him I just got home from school. I don't really know yet, bro. I'm trying to figure out. He told me, come by the shop, just chill with him for a day, just see what he do, see how it work. And I came, and ever since then, I've been in there, and it's been very lucrative, very lucrative. So yeah, I've been down there with him so far, and then I also I've been in the lab, y'all. I'm trying to drop some clothes. I haven't dropped nothing from my line like a year and a half. But here's the thing, though. You know, I only drop once a year. So and like I do that on purpose for right now to try to like create the demand, if that makes sense.
Yes.
So like I'm looking to drop around like May, so right in time for the summer. I got some crazy stuff coming. I actually have my clothing brand on right now.
Oh yeah.
Y'all can't tell, but yeah. So I got some crazy stuff coming this upcoming summer. So I just been doing that, and the biggest thing I can say I've been doing, I've been enjoying life. Like a lot of people who don't play sports don't realize like that be our life, like that. Even when we're not in season, subconsciously, I'm always thinking about how I got to take care of my body, how I got to stay in some type of shape so that when the season comes back around, I'm not too far gone. Like it's a 12-month job. Like you get programmed to like, you know, like it's just certain aspects of my life that were missing that I definitely realize now that sports is no longer a part of. So I've been kind of enjoying that. I just been enjoying that. We ain't got to get too deep.
No, you don't have to get. Look, we need no details. Remember who I am, okay? We're gonna leave all those details alone, all right? Cool. But I'm glad to hear that you are finding your way, right? Because it's so important. That understanding you're more than a sport, and it sounds to me like you're figuring out your creative side. Like you hadn't been allowed to really explore that until you kind of got into this mode with your clothing line, and now in the work that you're doing with the person that you're kind of working with, like you're exploring your creative side, and that's being, as you put it, lucrative for you. So good, kudos to you. Glad to know it. Don't stop pushing.
It is hard. Like if anybody's who out there is watching this and you have just got done, you know, playing whatever sports you were playing and you transitioning into the real world life, it's definitely hard. Like it's hard because like you kind of look at yourself like an athlete or football player. So when it's not there no more, you just like, well, who am I? Like, what's my purpose? It's crazy. It's deep. It's deep. So like I still see people around now and how's football or they want to only talk about football, and it's like, bro, y'all cannot only associate me with football. There's other stuff going on, but it's an adjustment though.
Nah, we like what you're gonna end up saying too is, man, you know, and I don't know. I know a lot of my teammates I'm still very close with, but what you'll end up seeing is that guys are gonna really struggle to transition their mind to life after football. Like guys are still going to talk about the things they did when they were in school and how good of a player they were. And I you know, I hear some of my former teammates talk like that. And, you know, it's okay every once in a while, you know, to have that conversation and be like, oh yeah, I did this, that, and the third. But, you know, I see something like, and you can see that their identity is truly built around that because they haven't found who they are outside of sport, man. And so count it as a blessing that, you know what I'm saying, even if you feel like you haven't arrived there yet, to me, it sounded like even when you were talking about OWP, December of 2020, it's like, all right, he at least has a plan. He knows where he's trying to do it. Maybe he doesn't know everything he wants to do, and he's still figuring it out and learning, and we all go through that. At least like, okay, I know something that I'm trying to transition to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's so dope to see, man. You know, I was excited about hearing about, you know what I'm saying, like the progress that you made since then, because I genuinely wanted to know. And I can understand why that, you know, your episode was the one that was the most viewed, because like, just I can understand why yours was the most viewed. Because you know, one, you were still kind of, or at the time we were thinking that you were just done, but you still had the opportunity to kind of still be in it, and just everything surrounding it was just a very interesting story about starting a clothing line. Guys, like, that's not a normal thing, Wile.
Oh yeah,
it really isn't.
Yeah.
You know, and so I mean, I appreciate the way that you've, you know what I'm saying, transitioned, man. And I really, one, I definitely want to get me one of them hoodies that you got right there. So we gonna have to talk offline. But two, man, huh?
It was a pause.
Oh, okay. No, but and two, man, it's just good to hear, man. Just the progress that you're making, man.
He already know I'm waiting on, listen, because all of the tops he had for women, I'm not wearing a crop top, okay? So I'm gonna need you to make some grown woman clothes too, okay? So that I can get.
I caught a lot of flack about only making clothes for the girls under 21. I understand it. I got a more respectable look coming in the next drop. Yes,
I appreciate it.
I took all the consideration. I did. I
appreciate it. Thank you. Yes. So, but all right, let's get started, because
Yes.
Let's go.
All right, so we're gonna dig right to this who's really right now. And I think that this is a good one based off of what we kind of seen over the last couple of weeks with the quarterback carousel that we've seen, as far as folks getting traded, folks getting picked up, and then to have Colin Kaepernick, who is still been working out, still looks sharp. Everybody who has seen the video, everyone who hasn't, excuse me, the arm strength is still there, and he still looks good. Now, obviously, this is against air, you know, but just preliminarily looking at how he's throwing the football, he still looks good.
Yeah, for sure.
One of the things that his trainer came out and said that there have been a couple of teams who've shown some interest. And so I think for this who's really right, it's good for us to kind of dig into, if we believe that Colin Kaepernick is going to be signed to a team, an NFL team next season. So we're going to let ladies first. Let ladies go first. Step, where you at with it?
So I'm going to take probably what is the unpopular opinion in this one, and the optimistic and hopeful opinion, and say that I believe that there are some teams, and some of the ones who have particularly been looking at him, who are in a place and in a space that, and let me back up and say this, because of the way over the last year, I'm gonna just use last year's draft, right? In drafting these rookie quarterbacks, a lot of these teams thought they were getting a Joe Burrow. They thought they were getting a ready-made quarterback for their team, and they're seeing that might not necessarily be true.
Exactly.
And so I feel like that is to his advantage, right? Even if it's a team that is, you just mentioned, a lot of moves have been made. So even if it's a team that's let go of their quarterback, their star quarterback, they still have need for a veteran on their team, even if their thought process is less draft. And he's not coming into this picture with the big contract.
Yeah.
So getting him, not good for him to his detriment, but probably true for the Lolo to come in with his talent level and be a quarterback for your team while he works and helps your draft pick, say, get better, is a win-win. So I'm gonna just say he's gonna end up with somebody.
Okay. Wile, what you thinking?
Can you say your question one more time? Because I thought, were you trying to find an actual team? Like, were you telling us?
No.
This-
Do you think he'll be signed to any team? And then if you think so, then you could throw in what team you make. Yeah.
How long has it been since he's been on a team now? Like
his last season was the 2016 season.
16,
Or was it 2017?
I thought it was 17, but it could be 2016.
So we headed into the 2022, 2023 season.
Yeah.
So that's what, 5 years since he's been on the team?
Yeah, at least 5.
I think it's less likely to happen than more likely to happen. But I mean, the fact that he's still training and preparing is a possibility. I still personally think Kaepernick is better than at least 10 starting quarterbacks in the league right now. And I'm being nice to saying 10. He's probably better than half the starting quarterbacks in the league. So it's not even about the talent. Yeah, it's not even about the talent. It's more so, you know how the politics are. But I mean, with everything that's happening in the league, y'all starting to see the stuff that come out, how they talk about it's not a lot of black head coaches that get opportunities. How more and more Colin Kaepernick is starting to look less like a crazy person. What he stand for, what he's been standing for is starting to look more and more accurate, you know, as time evolves. So with that being said, I wouldn't be surprised, but to be honest, I don't know if an owner is willing to take on the scrutiny that's going to come with signing a Colin Kaepernick. You know, that's just like Antonio Brown. You know, I just don't know if somebody will be willing to take what. Whoa, why y'all shaking y'all head?
That ain't happening.
Nobody's going to sign Antonio Brown.
That's not happening.
What?
We're not about to get into this. We no.
We not. But free AB, that's all I'm going to say. But yeah, so Colin Kaepernick, I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
At least not directly into the NFL. Maybe he jump in the USFL, the CFL, the AFL, something like that, and he go crazy. Maybe he gets a call, but just jumping right back into the league, I don't see it happening. My opinion, I don't see it happening.
Wile, I think I'm going to lean in towards your direction, man. As much as I would love to see it, I think that these owners, and we're going to talk a little bit about this in a second, but I think that these owners have a way of doing things, and they have a way of, you know, kind of wanting to show you who's the owner. You know what I'm saying? For lack of a better. Right. I wasn't even gonna go there, but you know how.
Yeah, you know I say it all the time.
But I think the owners will continue to collude out of spite, you know. And Wile, I'm with you. I think he's probably better than at least 18 of the starting quarterbacks who start right now. And I ain't gonna name them all, but I think about 18 starting quarterbacks right now, like, you know, even if we just looking at
wins about our team, just our teams, the Commanders and the Falcons. How about that?
Oh yeah, now listen, I will take them in a heartbeat.
Team right now and start.
Yeah.
Like he could come right now. We'd be okay.
Right. So I don't see it, but you know, thinking about what you guys are saying, I think that what you just said, Wile, He'd go to the Falcons right now and be the starting quarterback. I think he'd go and win the job.
For sure.
And if he were to come back, I think that would probably be the most likely place. But I just don't see the owners. I think the owners will continue to try to collude, you know.
Well, we already know Arthur Blank ain't like everybody else, though.
True.
He's not like everybody else in that scenario, right? I don't think it's about, I think it's, if it is, it's more not let me show you, it's more let me not make the one to make the wave, right?
Yeah.
I don't think his would be a let me show you, because that's not Arthur Blank. Let's be clear.
Yeah.
He's not that dude.
I think even for the owners who prefer not to be, and I think maybe the Rooneys probably are the ones who kind of test the bounds of this, and we'll talk a little bit about that later.
Yep.
I think that a lot of the owners, even though they might not want to be, they're like, in my opinion, the Republican Party, where it's like, all right, now I don't necessarily agree with this, but I got to ride with it because it's 32 of us or 31 of us, because I don't think anybody actually owns the Green Bay Packers.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of got to hold it together, you know what I'm saying, for that reason. Kind of the
way the Republicans back Trump, even though
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
No, it makes sense. Yeah. Well, y'all let us know. I don't know. I'm gonna hold out hope for him. Let me just stay on.
I hope. Yeah.
Holding out hope for him, and I'm just gonna believe that there is a situation where somebody is willing to step outside of the quote unquote norm box and do what's right. Basically, that's what it boils down to. What's right? Yeah.
And let me just say this. Right now, Colin Kaepernick is 34 years old, which is not too old by far for a quarterback, especially when we think about somebody like a Tom Brady. He hasn't taken hits in the last 7 years because his last season was 2016.
Yeah.
And so this will be interesting if it were to happen, you know what I'm saying? And I'm holding out hope. I just don't believe that anybody's gonna do it.
And so like Pete Carroll is like singing his praises, but you're not asking him to come play for your team.
Exactly.
That's the problem. Like, so we'll see. All
right.
Let
us know who really
put the cameras on me. 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 Put the cameras on me.